Welcome back, everybody, to the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. We're live with our next match of today. We've got two more for you. This one here is a game between the genuineness of Geeks GoG up against Gangster Black. It's Gangster, the team from the Philippines, up against the team representing Myanmar, GoG. And we're going to see who's going to be keeping their tournament hopes alive. This is a loser bracket match. The loser of this match does get knocked out, is going to get sent home, but hey, win or lose, we're all going to Zook tonight, because it is a tournament actually sponsored by Zook, as well as AMD, StarHub, Sonic Ear, Power Logic, Asus, Rapture Gaming Network, and eClub. So, big shout out to all the sponsors, as well as Armaggeddon for putting on this Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. And we're going to see who's going to be the team who manages to come out on top here between GoG as well as Gangster. We've got Gangster playing over on the Radiant side up against GoG, the Dire team, and it is a first pick going the way of the Radiant team to the Pinoys. Winner of this match will go up against the other Pinoy team, the Filipino team. Who is that other team? Oh my gosh, my mind is suddenly blank. The team we just witnessed. Pacific, of course. Pacific 2 are awaiting the winner of this match in the loser bracket. So winner of this match goes up against them, and that's our last match of today. But for now, guys, it's GoG up against Gangster. We've got a Keeper of the Light, a Queen of Pain being banned out by the Filipino team Gangster, and then we see GoG. They ban out the Mag, and they've got one more ban before we get ourselves into this pick stage. For those of you guys who don't know, this is the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. It's a 4-day event held in Singapore. It's the grand finals of something that's been brewing for some time. We've had some regional qualifiers in countries all over the Southeast Asian region. Vietnam, Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, Malaysia, Indonesia. All these countries have qualified. Singapore as well, which is where we're now having the grand finals. And that's where we are here. We're at the grand finals. 12 teams have made their way here from all over Asia and competing for $20,000 in prize money, sponsorship gear, as well as a sponsorship contract with Armaggeddon. So there's a lot at stake here, and both these two teams want to keep their title hopes alive, as we've got GoG up against Gangster. Gangster, well, they grabbed themselves a first pick bat rider, got left in the pool with some of these bans. Keeper of the Light, well, no surprises they're being banned up. The Queen of Pain ban was really the big surprise. Leaves bat rider in the pool, which Gangster will pick themselves up, and then finally we see the Lifestealer being picked up in retaliation by GoG. They get the Shadow Demon as well now. So Shadow Demon Lifestealer sort of pushes Gangster into picking up the Rubik as a support if they want that. As I'll have to wait and see just what's it going to be with his second and third pick for Gangster. They've got their strong solo or potentially an offlane hero in the Bat Rider. We've seen Gangster have some okay results so far. They put up a decent performance in their first match yesterday. GoG as well. GoG gave Hirosh a run for their money. That was their first match. That was the most epic match we had yesterday. For those of you who missed the GoG versus Hirosh match on day one, definitely check it out. It was a 60-minute game, back and forth action. There was a wisp in there. There was all kinds of Raxes being taken on both sides. So completely crazy game worth checking out. But GoG didn't manage to beat Hirosh, but they've still got one more chance here in the loser bracket. Gangster as well, finding themselves in the loser bracket and finding themselves in a must-win scenario to stay in this tournament. They get themselves Rubik and Enigma. So you've got the Rubik just as a strong, stable support. Nothing really an obvious as far as stealing spells here. Late game stealing Rage is not too bad, having a 6-second magic invulnerability, but we're going to have to wait and see what spells will be given to the Rubik with these last couple of picks, because so far not a whole lot really basically presenting itself. The Enigma does give them some nice team fight. Also a nice way of actually locking down Lifestealer. He pops the Rage, well, you've got a Black Hole, something that goes through that magic invulnerability. Not just Black Hole, you've also got the Bat Rider Lasso, so you've got two ultimates that can go through the magic immune Lifestealer. So really Gangster looking to basically make sure they have their bases covered when they're going up against a Lifestealer here. Third pick now going to be coming out. And the question is, what other sort of carry or semi-carry did GoG get? When you've got a Lifestealer who's going to get countered by all these sort of ultimates, you need another source of damage. You can't just be entirely relying on the Lifestealer. Either something with some range CPS, maybe something like a Nature's Prophet, or you need to basically just get another hard carry. Get something like a Luna. You can run the Luna as a safe lane solo, go with the tri-lane Lifestealer, and have something like a Luna as a secondary source of damage, because having just the Lifestealer is not going to be enough if he's getting locked down by a Bat Rider, locked down by an Enigma. Have to wait and see. They're going to get themselves the puck for the time being. There's your solo hero. Something which does so-so against the Bat Rider in the mid lane. Not an easy matchup for him, but not going to be the most difficult thing either. As Disruptor going to get banned out now. We start seeing, well, for Gangster, their bans here are going to be targeted somewhat at some of these support heroes. The secondary support heroes, as Shadow Demon alone isn't going to fill both the support shoes. You need that 1-2 punch, something like a Shadow Demon Lina, Shadow Demon Leshrac, Shadow Demon Sand King we've seen a bit as well. Over on the Gangster side, they still need a carry. And that's where GoG are focusing their bans. They ban out the Faceless Void first. Probably see heroes like Anti-Mage, maybe even Luna getting banned out as well. May, generally the carry player for this Gangster team. We'll have to wait and see whether or not he's going to go right back onto that role. It's definitely, it's a team with a couple of a known player, Arcyon, the former Duskman player here. So definitely Gangster do have some known names. GoG have been around for some time. They're sort of a group of friends who sort of play in competitions every now and then, generally get some alright results, but we'll have to wait and see whether or not they have what it takes to take down the Filipinos. Reserve time, well, still lots of it there for Gangster side. They're just sort of thinking about this last couple bans here. Only 44 seconds over on the GoG, the Dire side. As these last couple picks are going to be so important for both those two teams. Need to make sure that they have everything covered. And for the GoG side, they want to make sure they have something that can maybe cancel an Enigma Black Hole. Goes through BKB as well, because if there's going to be just a lot of disables, well, Enigma gets BKB, guaranteed Black Hole. That's where you see a silencer ban. It's like, hey, you're not getting that global silencer counter an Enigma Black Hole. And, well, GoG, as far as options to go through an Enigma Black Hole, they're very limited. Batrider, well, Lasu's one of them, although it's not really an easy option because of the long range. You could go for a Vengeful Spirit as their other support. Go for a VS Shadow Demon support duo. Wondering what else could we go for? What do you want to get if you need something to go through the Enigma BKB Black Hole? Alternatively, you just avoid it. Make sure you don't have too many heroes getting caught in that Black Hole.
10 seconds remaining.
As, well, 2 more bans coming out for the GoG side. It's so far been a carry. There's another carry banned out. Luna cops the ban. And it makes sense. They're not too worried about this potential support heroes to go with the Rubik. There's too many there out there to ban. Lena, Leshrac, Crystal Maiden, Sand King, all these options there that are just there. So it's better to focus your efforts on carry heroes that can cause you some issues, like the Luna. I can definitely see Luna being a strong sort of mid-game pushing hero to combine with an Enigma. Batrider with a fast Blink Dagger. You can look to set up a lot of kills. And then you get a secondary support who can push down towers fast, like the Leshrac. Or even saying like a Chen, get that jungling support up. Chen is something that Arcyon, the former Dustbin player, is known for playing. So maybe we see Gangster look to pick up a Chen here as their other support hero. Get Rubik with 1 carry and then have the Chen being played. Would love to see a Gyrocopter though, a hero we've seen once so far, and once is never enough. Gyrocopter, a fun hero to watch in action, very aggressive. A lot of potential burst damage coming out from that rocket barrage, and just sort of a fun late game hero with the flat cannons. As Tinker going to be the last ban coming out from Gangster. So, focusing, well, I guess a solo mid ban, and with Puck potentially being in the offlane, it definitely could be looking at a Tinker as a solo mid. Nature's Prophet, probably the big hero I'm looking at still in this pool as a potential offlaner for GoG. Can combine it with the Lifestealer Infest. You've got a nice split pushing hero as well. And it's just something that can potentially cause some issue. Also give some additional damage. I mentioned Lifestealer alone can just get kited around, locked down by a Lasso, by an Enigma Black Hole. That's where Nature's Prophet is a nice sort of semi-carry to have as well in there. 1 more ban going to be coming out now. GoG, what's it going to be? Is it going to be another carry ban? I imagine that's really what you're looking at. Are they worried about an Anti-Mage? I don't know if they are. When you've got a Lifestealer, Shadow Demon, and Puck, they're not. They're more worried about a Gyrocopter. And I think with good reason. Gyrocopter can be a lot more aggressive, much stronger mid-game carry. Anti-Mage, as well as Phantom Lance, are both in the pool, but both those heroes don't do too well against Shadow Demon, and there's your solo mid. They get themselves a Templar Assassin. It's not Pinoy Dota if you don't have a Templar Assassin. And there's bound to be plenty of bottle crowing happening by this Templar Assassin. Batrider does get pushed into the offlane now, or possibly Enigma in the offlane with Batrider in the jungle. I mentioned they like to could be running a jungle hero. Either Enigma or Batrider. Both can offlane and both can jungle. So they've got 2 options as far as what they can look to do with these 2 heroes. They need just their carry, their main farmer left. Who's that going to be? Do they look to go for something with just not really a hard carry maybe, with Templar Assassin providing some damage? Maybe they can just get something with a bit of team fight control, something like a Slardar even. I can't believe I'm actually mentioning that hero's name. When was the last time anyone saw a Slardar pick? I just know Filipino teams, Mineski especially, used to run a lot of Slardar back in the days, but this is a different Filipino team, also a different meta game that we're seeing here in Dota 2, so odds of seeing Slardar very, very low. 4th pick now coming up for GoG. Do they look for another support here, or do they look to start getting off that other solo of theirs they need? They've got the Puck as one of their solos, they need 1 more. Probably, I imagine, just go for a support here. Keep whatever your solo is going to be basically secret. The support's sort of a less influential hero over the draft, and there we go. They get the support, and it's a Wisp as well. I mentioned it's a less influential one, but Wisp is one of those high impact supports. He can really control the tempo of the game as well as how your opponents play. You can't look to go for a sort of a split pushing style of play when you've got a Wisp who can just pick off heroes who are on their own. Anyone caught out, isolated on the sides can just get, well, Wisp lifesteal is going to suddenly show up and bring him down. Last pick now for Gangster. What's it going to be?
10 seconds.
They do need that farming role. That one position. That sort of carry hero of theirs to go into the safe lane with the Rubik. And who are we looking at? I mean, most of the obvious choices have been banned out. So we start looking towards Antimates, PL. Even the old school Morphling still in the pool. Or maybe we go back towards a Clinks. Clinks with an Orchid could actually help kill off the lifesteal if he prevents him casting the Rage. Prevents Puck from casting Phase Shift. It's a nice little hero and somewhat counter to have. But then, where do you send the Rubik? It's going to be sort of a Rubik-Clinks dual lane. Generally, Clinks wants that solo lane. As time is running out. They've only got about 35 seconds of bonus time. Dire Team GoG using up almost all of theirs, though, with the start of this draft. And we're going to see just what it's going to be for Gangster. Night Stalker. Wow. Ultra aggressive play coming up from Gangster. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And we're either seeing a Night Stalker as a safe lane farmer or the Templar Assassin there. One of them goes mid, the other goes into the farming lane. I think Night Stalker a bit... Well, both those two heroes want levels. They can do with farm, but both of them really want levels, so they'll somewhat be saying, hey, I want mid lane. But whoever's in the safe lane, it's essentially a dual lane. They'll have one hero in the jungle, the Enigma or Batrider, and it's just sharing the lane with a Rubik. Rubik who can do a lot of pulls, so they should be able to get a decent amount of XP in the safe lane anyways, and we'll see how exactly they want to lane this with the Night Stalker. Last pick now for GoG, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, it's a Chaos Knight. They're running dual lanes. Forget your offlane hero. Well, they don't forget your offlane hero. He's got the offlane puck, but they're now looking at a Wisp CK and a Shadow Demon Lifestealer, 2 dual lanes. Probably Lifestealer in the safe lane with a Wisp CK at mid. That's how you can look to deal with it. Well, either Templar Assassin or Night Stalker at the mid lane. Have 2 really strong, annoying dual lanes, and now you've got 2 heroes to combine with the Wisp. He doesn't have to always follow around the CK. Can look to team up with the Lifestealer later on. If one of them goes down or if one of them's got a bit more farm, just go around with him. The picks are now going to come out. We'll have a look at what the two teams are doing here as things are starting to unravel, starting to heat up here in Singapore. As well, we've already seen, I think, what, 4 teams get knocked out here, and we're going to see 2 more get knocked out by the end of today. 1 here and 1 in our next match. This is the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. Big thanks to everyone tuning in on the live stream, as well as especially those who've come down here to the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center, checking out the event live. As I will introduce our 2 teams over on the Radiant side, flying in all the way from the Philippines. It's Team Gangster Black. We've got Alice W311 playing the Batrider. We've got Arcean playing the Enigma. We've got the Night Stalker being played by the captain, Heinrich. We've got in the hands of Jobic, it's the Rubik. And then finally, playing the Templar Assassin, it's the main carry player, May. So maybe we're looking at the safe lane Templar Assassin. May generally playing that carry role. Over on the Dire side, who have we got there? It is the team representing Myanmar, Team GoG. We've got War playing the puck, Joku playing the Chaos Knight, Shadow Demon being played by Ikado, Heaven on the Wisp, and then finally, the guy they're going to be banking all their eggs on to carry them, it's Real on that Lifestealer. We can't reveal too much about the lanes just yet. Players within earshot, and as you guys on the live stream do know by now, a lot of what goes on, smoke ganks, movements around the map, stuff happening that the other team don't know about, can't actually be said on live stream. But hey, we've got the players here, and we've got the lanes coming out in just a second. Once the lanes are revealed, we will be able to say what's going on here. See whether or not it's Batrider or Enigma in the jungle. Look to see exactly how they set these lanes. Who's going to be mid, Night Stalker or Templar Assassin? There's 2 potential candidates there. And which heroes are going towards the mid lane for GoG. They've got the 2 strong dual lanes, the Wisp CK, as well as the Lifestealer Shadow Demon. Wisp CK generally the mid duo. And whoever's up against them is going to have a tough time if they are in fact going to be doing that dual lane. And if they're expecting that there, they send basically the hero who doesn't need as much farm. With Templar Assassin as well as Night Stalker. It's Night Stalker who's less farm dependent and also somewhat more durable. He's got the higher base armor. He's got basically better stats, and he can survive better against that mid dual lane. Looks like both teams are ready to go. Gangster Black calling for the go, and there we go. Both teams underway. GG is the call. Teams looking to get some early game wards off, scout the runes out, basically do all this early game jazz just as we get things started out here. We'll see some heroes being scouted in just a second. Mid lane's going to be where the first lanes are revealed, and well, I love what this Enigma's done. Conversion at the middle lane. This is going to help out this Night Stalker who's going to get revealed now at the mid lane. Night Stalker's up against the CK. We may see Wisp joining the CK a bit later, but right now Wisp not on the map, so Night Stalker early boots build, as well as getting some additional denies coming in from the Enigma's help. This is going to help him out here. Bottom lane. Templar Assassin against Puck. Whoa, top lane. Bat Rider needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of harassing from a Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon disruption. Just harassing for now. Not looking to do too much here. Not going for a kill. Lifesteal just going back to farming. Doesn't want to miss out on too much CS here already. And right now he hasn't missed a beat. Rubik rotating back towards the middle lane. Going to be playing that support role. It's Enigma who's going to be playing in the jungle over on the Radiant side. The Wisp, Heaven, well, he's not in mid lane, and basically there's only one other place he can be, using these pulls. Problem is, well, Heaven may have not realized this. He has not read his patch notes. The latest patch makes this pull very, very difficult to do. This latest patch made it so that pulling these small camps is very, very hard. And I believe it got applied into this latest version. Bottom lane is the Puck versus TA matchup. Puck, it looks like he's been giving it some XP here. Rubik not really zoning him out of this lane just yet. And Puck already up to level 2. TA the same thing, but TA should be leading the farm here, but isn't really doing so. Just 4 creep kills. Where Lifesteal at top, he's sitting on 9 creeps. Bat Rider getting harassed even further at top lane. He's already chewed through his Stal. Possibly even Tengus as well at the top lane. Really having a tough time. Night Stalker at mid. Well, now he's up against the dual lane. The Wisp has joined with the CK. And this is where these early boots will get him away from some aggression. If Wisp CK try and go on him, these boots could save his life. He's been pulled to Tangos, and now he's got his bottle up. That's going to be coming out as D-Wards at the bottom lane. They want to be able to use these pulls here, Rubik. Hasn't really done any pressure on this Puck. Puck already level 2 and has this creep wave pushing out, so he's going to be hitting level 3 soon. Bat Rider just going to Firefly in here. He's got a lot of stacks on this Lifesteal, but I don't think this is really a kill he can get. Rage goes off. Lifesteal, he's still got those stacks. Despite popping the Rage, it doesn't get rid of those Napalm stacks, and Bat Rider going to be forced to back off. Meanwhile, mid lane, CK and Wisp just continuing their dominance over this mid lane to some extent. Wisp, whoa, just a bit of poking around, harassing for the time being. The tether giving CK some tiny passive regen, but nothing really significant here. Well, this is the one lane where you'd expect things to go a bit better for Gangster. Keep the Puck a lot lower level, keep him sort of basically unable to farm, and it hasn't really happened. Oh, maybe they'll do so now. Ward does not have, he doesn't have his orb, he uses the face shift. First blood bottom lane, Templar Assassin gets the kill. And May, the carry play for Gangster with an early first blood, pops his self, heals himself back up. Great start for him at the bottom lane. As mid lane, Night Stalker, he's back to farming. Boots and Bottle are up on him. Top lane, you've got the Bat Rider. He's only level 2, so Puck at bottom, despite giving up the first blood, he's got a lot more XP than the opposing team's hard laner. That's being made up though. You've got the Enigma in the jungle, so you've got Enigma who's, well, in theory, out-leveling any opposing team's jungle. You've got Shadow Demon and Wisp who are spending some time using pulls and junglers, but not really too much success. Night Stalker at mid, well, he's trying to just stay alive using this bottle of his. He's managed to do so pretty well so far. He's at level 5, and this is why they said Night Stalker mid, not the TA. Night Stalker just needs the levels. He doesn't need the farm. TA can benefit a lot more from the farm. And hey, look at this Night Stalker's farm. He's still got 17 creep kills. He's still having a fantastic time. TA's picked up the face boots with that first blood though. And look at this. Lines up the side blades, harasses Puck time in and time again. Enigma just helping out with this rune control. Night Stalker's going to pick up this rune, it looks like. Wisp coming in, but he's too late. His Spirit Scout, the Night Stalker, he's picked up a regen rune. Meanwhile, top lane, Bat Rider going to be pretty happy about this, the position of this lane. It's under his tower. Going to help get him up to level 4. And with that, well, he's a lot more comfortable. He can get a point in the flame break maybe. Use that if he gets ganked. You can push heroes back, push them away when they try and go on you. And Wisp and CK at the mid lane still haven't been able to really push this Night Stalker away. CK, has he got his boots? No, CK hasn't bought anything. He needs his boots and bottle. Yeah, he's got his bottle. He gave the bottle to the Wisp, so they're using the Wisp tether just to share the regen. And Wisp can also get the rune. So CK stays mid. farming away, getting XP, getting farm, and Wisp basically says, okay, you're not going to have to go get the rune, I'll go get it for you. Unfortunately, last time the rune was picked up by the Night Stalker. Bottom lane, the TA still continuing to farm here, trying to get up to that level. As Batrider, he's been pushed out of this top lane a bit now. Not having the best time up there, but just hitting level 4 without giving up any kills is a bit of an accomplishment for any offlaner. Even just up against a dual lane with the Shadow Demon and Lifesteal, they can kill him. Treads up on Lifesteal, and that's all you need to kill off this Batrider. Even a Batrider with boots. Disruption, no Soul Catcher, it's Shadow Poison. Disruption with a couple Shadow Poisons and open wounds, and then you've got yourselves in a pretty good position. Night Stalker at mid, pops a regen rune, nukes a creep, gets himself some more farm. Despite this dual lane mid, he's got the same CS as the opposing solo mid. And now another kill goes the way of Gangster. They find a kill at bottom lane, they bring in the Enigma. It's May once again getting the kill at bottom. But yeah, CK as well as Night Stalker at mid. Pretty much dead even as far as farm goes. Lifesteal at top, he's still leading the charts. He's actually ahead by a decent margin compared to the TA. Even though it's just 10 CS, at this point 10 CS is a good deal. When we're only looking at 40 CS to the 33 of the Templar Assassin. Batrider backing towards the top lane, needs to be careful here. One Shadow Demon Disruption could spell the death of him. Oh, Night Stalker, the rotations have begun, but he's been scouted out. The Dire team know where he is. He's going to get slowed up. Can they catch up to him with a stun here? They're trying to bring him down. Silence is there. There's not going to be any CK stun. And in comes Batrider just trying to throw them off for a loop here, but Night Stalker is still being chased down, even with it being nighttime. They've got all they need to keep up with him. And oh, it pops daytime for a second. It looks like back to nighttime. CK with the stun, only 2 seconds. Can they keep up with them? Tether is there. Going to need a couple more right clicks. Lifestealer is there with the treads, movement speed, as well as the tether. He gets a revenge kill at top lane. Down goes the Night Stalker. In comes Rubik, though. He's looking for maybe a toss-up onto the high ground here. Doesn't work on the Wisp because he can just tether to the low ground, but if you get the CK up there, that'll sort of ruin a good minute of his game, as well as force him to buy a TP scroll. Bottom lane, it's May. Still farming away. Most likely going to go for that Blink Dagger, but we could just see the sort of more carry-based build of the TA. Yasha into something like a Desolator into a BKB. Don't always have to go for that mobility Blink Dagger. As here's the rotation. This is why. This is what Gangster are looking to move around the map based on. This one spell. Enigma's hit level 6. Oh, Courier, they found it. They're going to try bring it down. They need one more right click. Oh, it's on 2 HP. The Courier Batrider's going to get it. They snipe the Courier and possibly even going to get kill out of this. Shadow Demon. There's no escape here. Enigma. He's got the Black Hole if he wants to use it. He may have to do so. He's down to red HP. 20 HP. He's just going to go down. Decides not to use it. They finish off the Shadow Demon. And meanwhile, Puck. It looks like Puck died at the bottom lane, maybe? Not sure where that Puck got killed by the Night Stalker. Yeah, Night Stalker and TA finished off the Puck at bottom lane. But the main action was happening top. Night Stalker succeeds in getting involved now. A kill going to his name at bottom lane. An assist for the TA and more gold to the TA's fingers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As we're still not level 6 yet, so we're not going to be seeing that relocate ganks coming in just yet. Wiz does manage to, well, do something a bit annoying. Night Stalker would have loved to have found that, but not going to be the case. Wiz CK back in towards the mid lane. Tether up. And that's going to scare back the Night Stalker, at least for a little bit. He's level 7 though. This boy is going to be doing quite a bit of damage if you can isolate a hero with it. This Wisp especially, very, very squishy. Problem is he's got the haste rune right now. With that haste rune up, you're not really going to be able to kill him. Bottom lane, TA. Hasn't spent his gold just yet. We'll have to wait and see what he's going to be looking at. Whether he goes straight for some damage items, straight Desolator, straight Yasha. Or will he look to just pick up that Blink Dagger of his? Enigma. Went top, didn't get a Black Hole off. Did help his team get a Courier Snipe as well as 1 kill. Did pay for it with his life, but we'll have to wait and see whether or not the Enigma looks to sort of get more aggressive now with this Black Hole back up. Dire team forcibly pop a Glyph here as their bottom tier 1 tower is taking a lot of damage here. TA wants this. Puck wants to deny. And with, well, Puck being forced back, it looks like they're going to get this. Oh, Night Stalker. Silence is there. Void as well. Actually, not even going to need the silence, it looks like. There's no mana for it, but they're going to be forced back because CK Wisp have arrived. They're going to go on this Night Stalker. Problem is the tier 1 tower no longer there, so there's no follow-up damage. Night Stalker, there's a 4-second stun on him, though. He's just going to turn things around. War, oh, man. War was not expecting that one. Wisp has a haste rune. He's going to pop it now. Tether's all over the place. What is going on there? Some interesting graphics there. Wisp, luckily for him, he's got this haste rune. That's going to help him get out of here. TA, pop some more traps here. Still sitting on a ton of gold. But he's just going to TP back home. What will be his item of choice here? He's been farming around that safe lane just with phase boots. Definitely can be looking to pick up something now. Top lane, GoG's lifestealer also just sitting on treads. He's got some nice pocket of gold there for himself as well if he wants to pick up his armlet, maybe go for a Desolator of his own. And still, TA leaves base with, well, nothing in the way of items. Or not. There we go. There's your pickup. Night Stalker. He's now on the roam. It's nighttime for a bit longer, and he wants to make the most of it. As his teammates have come into the mid lane. Eidolons are up. Going for the level 4 Malefice, so just a level 2 Eidolon army, but it should be enough here to bring down the tier 1 regardless. War is there with the Puck and all things down, but that's not going to bring down the Eidolon. Uh-oh. Puck in trouble here. He's not going to get silenced up just yet. Just going to try bursting down. 3 seconds stun from the CK. Going to prevent Night Stalker from chasing. And there's your Black Hole. Catches out too. The CK with both caught out, and the TA is here with a Yasha. TA going to try bring down this CK here. Is there enough damage? Tether going to try help the CK get out of this. Problem is there's an Urn Charge coming up from the Night Stalker. Night Stalker picks up the kill. Double kill going his way. Make it a triple kill. Heinrich doing absolute decimation to these GoG heroes. They get 4, trying to make it 5. His Lightfield's already used his Infest. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to raid. Rampage for Heinrich. Oh my gosh. 11 minutes in. Night Stalker with a Rampage under the tier 2 enemy tower. The Filipinos get themselves a complete team wipe. And GoG are just left thinking, what the hell just happened? And it's Night Stalker. It's this guy. He got his team 5 kills there with that. Ton of Urn Charges go his way, as well as a lot of gold now. Up to 2k gold. He can start looking at his first item. Vanguard maybe for HP, or he goes straight for something like a BKB. And TA as well. Another hero got a lot of farm, a lot of XP out of that team fight. And well, we're going to see a big, big jump. The gold, the XP, heavily favoring Gangster after that fight. And for GoG, well, they're going to be very cautious about how they play from here on out. They need to try to get this Wisp level 6, get that relocate up so they can try find some pickoffs. Find heroes who are on their own, or at least try and get both CK and Lifesteal into the action. Puck, he's got his level 6, but he's just level 6. He doesn't have many points in the silence, doesn't have the max out illusion of, and he's going to get caught out again. Silence is there from the Night Stalker, followed by a Void. Urn Charge needs to be used. There we go. Urn Charge, one more right click. War, he's trying to orb his way out of this one. I don't think he's going to succeed in doing so. Doesn't even use the Reality Rift. And he gets brought down at mid lane. Wicked 6 streak coming out from Heinrich. And well, GoG going for a bit of a counter push at the top lane, it looks like. They've got Lifestealer and Wisp there. Are they going to be looking to bring in any more? Batrider's there. Going to try and stall things here as much as possible. So they go for a counter push, or they look to just defend this tier 1. TA is counter pushing at the bottom lane. This is a TA who's starting to put the BKB up. Has got this Ogre Club. BKB will be the next item of choice. And I highly doubt we're looking at a Sounding Yasha. The Yasha is just such a good standalone item. You don't have to turn it into anything until much later on if you don't want. Batrider still no blink, but Batrider walks into the trap with CK Lifesteal there just waiting. Absolutely destroy him nice and quick. Night Stalker's found a nice fishy target. Brings down the Shadow Demon with the help of the Rubik. Rubik now on the run. Lifestealer CK trying to chase him, trying to bring him down. TA's coming as well. 4 hero Dream Call. Is there a Black Hole? No, it's on cooldown, but good thing for Gangster. They've got a mech up on the Enigma. Mech helps keep them alive. And now they're going to turn things around. Lifestealer trying to chase down this Wisp here. Wisp bottling up. He's got the heals he needs to stay alive for a bit longer here. Lifestealer on the run. He's used Infest already. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. He's trying to deny himself to neutrals. Doesn't succeed in doing so. And Rubik finishes off the kill. Templar Assassin, meanwhile, finishes off the Wisp higher up, I believe. TA got the Wisp, and it was a 4-for-1 kill trade there. Only the CK survives, and it was just for the Batrider kill. It will slow down this Batrider blink dagger, but at what cost? At what cost, really? You're giving away so many kills, so much map control, and now it's going to be a tier 1 tower as well under pressure at top lane. Arcean up to level 4 now, so we've got the maxed out Eidolon, so additional damage, additional pushing power coming out from those. As TA going to get closer and closer to this BKB. Night Stalker's opted for a Vanguard, so he's just going to pure tankiness. And against a Lifestealer and CK, Magic Immunity is not going to help a whole lot. You want the damage block from the Vanguard, the HP, as well as the regen that it gives. So nice item choice coming out from Gangster here, and now they're going to keep on pushing. They're not done at the tier 1. They want the tier 2. With a 15-3 kill lead at just 14 minutes in the game, they're feeling very, very confident right now. They want to advance to the next round of the loser bracket, where if they do win, they'll be in an all-Pinoy showdown up against the Pacific Esports Dota 2 team. I'm sure the fans watching from the Philippines will be so happy and thrilled to watch that. But right now, they've got to finish off GoG. GoG are not out of this by any means. Just 14 minutes in. They're at quite a deficit here, and they're going to be at an even bigger one here at top lane with a tier 2 tower getting brought down.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Both teams actually popping their glyphs here, it looks like, and now the chase is on. They want mid lane. Batrider's gone in. The CK Wisp once again. Can Wisp maybe save this CK? Not going to happen. Wisp gets brought down first, and CK now on the run. Looks like he's going to be okay. They switch their attention towards the tier 2 at mid, though. And with the darkness being popped by the Night Stalker, his ultimate now in effect, it's going to be really difficult to defend this. They just don't have anyone to initiate for them. Puck without a blink dagger, without any levels. And Night Stalker, he's just going full Rambo. No CK stun, and CK gets silenced up, and, well, Shadow Demon gets thrown back in the fight. Telekinesis onto the CK, and CK, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. 5-man Dream Core, but really at this point, who cares? It's like hitting a 5-man black hole and just no follow-up damage being there. It does absolutely nothing if the damage isn't there. Life Stealer needed to be there, CK needed to be alive and fighting, and there was just no follow-up. Gangster now, 18 kills to 3. They're going to get this tier 2 tower, and just one tier 2 remaining at the bottom lane now. Things getting worse and worse for the Dire team. They are literally in dire straits right now. As the bottom lane, the bottom tier 2. There's your next target. And with all this tower gold going the way of the Batrider, that's going to help him get up this blink dagger, because he's not had a really good time. Well, he's just 0-1, but he hasn't had much farm. He was in that off lane, and he was the one who went down to win that last team fight. So he wants to get up his blink dagger, probably, as we do get ourselves into a stage of the game where, for GoG, well, it's going to be really hard to defend. There's your item pickup. As well as some additional wards coming out here. GoG, well, this next defense is going to get really difficult. Real opting for a cheaper, tanky item. He picks up a Sanj. We're probably seeing or either a Sanj and Yasha build or a Heaven's Halberd. But based on the lineup you're up against, you don't need the evasion. It's going to be, I imagine, a Sanj and Yasha coming out for the Life Stealer. And the tier 2 tower bottom, well, it's under siege, and there's just nothing here to defend it for GoG. They're going to give it up. They're going to look to defend their base from the tier 3s. Puck just level 7. You haven't got any points in the Waning Rift except the single one. And as a result, it's going to be really hard to defend. You haven't got those extra silence duration. You want that 3-second silence from the Waning Rift when it's maxed out. And Gangster, well, they're going to now focus their efforts on finding a way to go high ground. They've taken all the outer towers. Next goal, get tier 3s, get Raxes. Also make sure they don't give any space to GoG to get any farm up. CK and Whisper at the top lane. They can be anywhere at any time, though. That's the beauty of having this Wisp. Got Life Stealer, Real, farming on the bottom lane. He's getting close to having enough gold for that Sanj and Yasha. Or the Heaven's Halberd if that's what he's going for. As War. Puck, he needs levels, as said. And he's not finding them anywhere. Wisp and CK, well, still sticking together as you'd expect, and we'll see that ultimate, the relocate, being used if they can try and find it. Oh, they scout up Roshan. It may be too late though. Oh, Age is already on the ground. Night Stalker picks up right at the bat. Light still in the front line. He's going to get first down though, unfortunately for him. Can he get off a Rage? No, he can't. He's silenced up. TA gets the kill on him. In goes the Enigma. 2-euro black hole. Wisp just on the sideline. Wisp is just like attacking like, guys, I can't really do much. I'll tether you and just auto attack, but he cannot do anything at all. Going to be a complete. Oh, no team wipe. Wisp goes back top lane. He relocated him with the life stealer, and well, he survives. Heaven is unfortunately the only man left standing, and GoG may not be left standing for much longer. Gangster now with an Aegis up their sleeves. Hood now being picked up by the Night Stalker. He's just getting even harder and harder to bring down. And they're going to go high ground. They're going to look to push and siege these tier 3s. 22-3, the kill lead for the Filipino team Gangster. Oh, Shadow Demon. He got 4-stuffed in by the Batrider. Really perceptive play coming out there from Ali. And it's a mega kill now for May on the Templar side. And they're just going in and getting kill after kill. Well, giving up kills now. Rubik overextending a bit. They're getting a bit overzealous. This game not quite in the bag yet. TA with a Desolator begs to differ. Didn't even go for the BKB. He said, I'll just go straight for the Desolator. Instantly, basically brings down the CK from half HP with one right click. Now the chase is on. They want the Lysel. He's got a Rage here. May have to use to get away from these slows. Meld attack. 4-stuffed in by the Batrider. Once again, these Batrider 4-stuffed have just been spot on. Finishes off the Ocado Shadow Demon as well. And TA diving in the fountain. Will get brought down under the fountain, but does so for the team wipe. Ultra kill for May. He's beyond godlike. All for his own life, though. But it's getting Raxes as well. He gives up his life for the ultra kill as well, the team wipe. And now the mid-Rax is going to go down 28 kills to 5, and things are looking very, very bad for GoG. And GoG, they run here in the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam may be coming to an end if they haven't got something to answer this with. Blink as well as Force-Up now up on the Batrider. As with CK, it's like they're hiding under their own fountain. One of the most aggressive duos in the game just can't do anything. They can't be aggressive. Double Force-Up to help try to save this Enigma. He's already used the mech. He's taking a lot of damage here, but it's Nightstalker taking even more on the front lines. He may get brought down here. The Lifestealer helping make sure of that, but it doesn't age us up. He's ready to respawn. Try go on this CK. Here's CK. He's going to get the Enigma. Gets the Enigma on the sidelines. Unfortunately, the rest of his team getting brought down here. Is there anything to stop the TP? Yes, there is. Flamebreak makes sure of that. 4 heroes dead. Only the Lifestealer left standing in his own fountain, and he didn't go for the Sand Yasha. Went for the Heaven's Halberd just to give some evasion against this TA, and now, well, now they go for the next set lane. Well, maybe not. They can't really push without Enigma and TA. They're sort of the two best heroes they have for pushing with. They need the Eidolon damage. They need the TA Desolator. Fat Rider says, well, we may not be able to push, but we can sure as hell kill this Lifestealer. Lifestealer going to use his Heaven's Halberd. Stop Nightstalker from attacking. Shadow Demon Disruption will buy Lifestealer some time, but he's still going to go down. Nightstalker makes sure of it. Now they go into the Wisp. Wisp going to be the next target here. Heaven, can he tether away? No, he can't. Heinrich is beyond godlike. He is now 11, 1, and 12. What a game coming out from him. The Nightstalker pick paying dividends for Gangster. They haven't got another set of reactors yet, but boy, they're just getting kill after kill. Everything going their way. And we're looking at TA respawning in 5 seconds after that ultra kill of his. He decided not to buy back. Had plenty of gold to do so, but he says, hey, I want my BKB, or maybe he just wants his Sanjin Yasha. Oh, mid. They find the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight just gets sniped. And GG, well played. GOG going to call it quits. There's nothing really left to do here. They tap out, and it's going to be the Filipinos who advance to the next round of the loser bracket, where they'll meet their fellow Filipino team, Team Pacific Esports 2. So, guys, well, last-minute shout-outs coming out from the Gangster team, and boy, did they put up a great, fantastic game here. The Gangster Black team. They'll finish off these Tier 4 towers, and they'll advance. Some items just being dropped on the ground in the last minutes here. And, well, Gangster, they look good here. They really look solid going into their next round match. You've got to say, Pacific Esports, they've had some decent matches of their own, but I think we're in for a fantastic last match here. Especially when you get two Filipino teams. It's bound to be a very aggressive, high-action game. Tia and Nightstalker just finish off this throne here. We'll get to the endgame scoreboard in just a second. Thanks, everyone, for tuning on the live stream over on the Beyond the Summit 2 channel. So if you want to come live and watch the event, if you live in Singapore, we're broadcasting live from the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center here at the Armaggeddon booth. And of course, this event possible thanks to Armaggeddon, as well as all our other sponsors: StarHub, eClub, Asus, AMD, Rapture Game Network, Zook, Sonic Ear, as well as PowerLogic. Guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit, and we'll be back soon with more live action from the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand